Hey there.
Stop right fucking there. I don't know who you think you are, but this safe house belongs to the Enclave. Who are you, and what are you doing here?
Take it easy there, Chief. I'm not looking for trouble. People call me the sole survivor, and I just thought I'd take a look around. I'm not a threat.
Sole survivor, huh? Sole survivor of what, exactly? Where did you come from, and what the hell happened to cause people to refer to you in that way?
I came from Vault 111. When the bombs fell, my family and I were rushed in, and we had to watch as a nuclear strike turned Boston to rubble and ash. We barely made it inside, and Vault Tech told us that we all needed to be decontaminated in these big metal pods. But instead, they froze us in place. At some point, I was partially thawed out just in time to watch as a hazmat team murdered my spouse and kidnapped my son. And then they refroze me. And when I was finally thawed out again, I stumbled out of my pod and through the vault, and I found that no one else was left alive. That I was it. So that's why people have taken to calling me the sole survivor. Now, is that enough for you to believe me? Or are we gonna have us a fucking problem?
Wait, so you mean to tell me that not only were you a vault dweller, but that you were also an original vault dweller, and that you only just got out? Huh. I see. Very well then. I guess I'll just have to take you at your word for it. Doesn't seem like I really have a choice not to, now does it? But you better not cross me. I've been made to lose everything because of a vault dweller before, and I assure you I'm not going through that again. But we can get into that another time. My name is Colonel Augustus Autumn, and as far as I can tell, I'm the last of the Enclave remnants left alive. Everyone else was either captured or killed long ago. But, regardless, I'd like to say it's nice to meet you, and I apologize for coming off so harshly.
It's nice to meet you too, Colonel Autumn. And I'm sorry to hear that you've been through hell too. This world definitely isn't the forgiving sort. But I appreciate your apology, so thank you for that. It seems to me like we've both faced similar circumstances due to forces out of our control.
Yes, we definitely have. It's by the grace of God that I still stand here today, and to be honest, I guess I have the gunners to thank for it too. But enough about that. I think I'd like to go ahead and finally welcome you into my home. There's plenty here, if you'd like a drink or something.
Thank you, but I don't need a drink. And actually, I think I'd like to make you an offer. If I can help you shake down the gunners, would you join me? I mean, it doesn't sound like the gunners really appreciate you all that much. And like you said, you're the last of the Enclave remnants left alive. So, all things considered, what do you say? Would you be willing to help me put a pin in Captain West? Together, we could shut the gunners down for good.
Well, shit. That's a hell of an opportunity you just gave me. And it's hilariously convenient, too, because I was just about to offer you the same thing. However, if we're gonna do this, then I have some conditions that need to be met first. For starters, this house needs to stay mine. This is my home. And second, if the Brotherhood rolls in, I need to be protected from their wrath. If they even still remember me, I need assurances I won't be shot. And lastly, I need you to support my leadership of the Enclave remnants. I'm sure that if anyone survived, opposing factions have sprung up by now. So if you can guarantee me all of that, then I'll accept your offer and follow you. We can help each other out. So do we have a deal then or not?
Let's say I were to work with the Brotherhood. As long as they don't harm you, would you be willing to help me in aiding them? Or is that not okay?
I guess that'd be fine, yes. As long as they leave me in peace, then I can be civil toward them. And if you choose to aid them, then I'll do so too. However, should you choose to fight them for whatever reason, just know that I won't hesitate to do the same. There's a lot of bad blood from before.
You want me to support you as the Enclave's sole legitimate leader?
Yes, I do. The Enclave is all I've known for my entire life, and I can't allow some random hotshot who may have survived to claim it for themselves. Anyone that claims to be in charge of the Enclave should be dealt with harshly. President Eden's death 10 years ago made me the sole legitimate heir. So any Enclave members you find out there must submit to my leadership. And if they decide to open fire, then you have my blessing to put them down.
All right, Colonel Autumn, you've got yourself a deal. I'll respect your wishes, as long as you do the same for me. So, you ready to head out now then?
Yeah, sure. You know, I really think this deal of ours is for the best, and I'm more than happy to stick it to the gunners. Let's go kick their asses. I hope you choose to bless me with a nuclear warhead. Guns, ammo, anything would be a welcome donation. As you wish. As you wish. Yes, of course. As you wish.
Hey there.
How can I be of service?
I'd like to talk about our relationship, if you have a moment.
Sure, I've got plenty of time. What exactly do you want to know about us?
How do you think our relationship is going?
I think you still have yet to show me why investing in you is worth my time. If I'm going to do anything more than follow you, it needs to be worth it.
I'm done talking about our relationship for now.
That's perfectly fine by me. What do you want to talk about now, then?
I'd like to talk about something else.
What else is there to speak of?
I need you to get out of your power armor.
Last I checked, I wasn't made of metal, so no can do.
I need you to get out of your power armor.
What power armor? Can't you see I don't have any with me?
I need you to get out of your power armor.
What power armor? Can't...
I need you to get out of your power armor.
What power armor?
I need you to get out of your power armor.
The Enclave's shock troops are usually the ones wearing power armor, not its commanders or its leadership. So I'm sorry, but I can't help you here.
You interested in buying or selling real quick?
If there's money involved, then I absolutely am. So take a look at what I've got. What exactly do you want from me now?
I'd like to talk about something else.
What else is there to speak of?
I'd like to know more about you. Would you be willing to share some of your personal details with me?
Sure, I guess. What exactly do you want to know about me?
So who are you, Colonel Autumn? What is it that makes you so unique?
Now that is a bold question. If there's anything that makes me unique, it's my age and my experience. I mean, I'm 65 years old now. It's gotta count. I was born in 2222, and I was raised by the Enclave from the beginning. They taught me their military doctrine and ethics since the time I was a boy. And yes, I know the Enclave isn't really the poster child for ethical behavior, but the fact of the matter is, I can handle myself in most situations. I can mind my manners, I can serve with some dignity, I can respect my elders and my youngers, and I know how to get through a hell of a fight. So if you're asking what I bring to the table, you should know enough already. I can assure you I'm a valuable man to have on your team. You need me. Now, is that enough for you to believe I'm worthwhile? I am frankly insulted you even had to question my abilities, but I guess I'm glad you asked.
Would you be willing to tell me a little bit about the Enclave? Or its remnants, for that matter? I'd like to know more of the history of your group.
Sure, I don't see why not. But I'm not entirely sure when the Enclave started out. Rumor has it, though, it began way back before the bombs dropped. Supposedly, the Enclave found its roots back in the old pre-war American government as a sort of covert, deep-state organization in Washington, D.C. But after the bombs fell, most of our forces found themselves isolated on an oil rig off the coast of California. It's the same one I was born on. Control Station Enclave, as it was known, was a breeding ground for nationalistic sentiments and outright xenophobia, and it's what started the FEV. And over the years, the Enclave's sole purpose was to create a toxin strong enough to eradicate all mutated life on Earth, to commit a mass genocide. Well, eventually, the Enclave found itself blown up, and thankfully just in time. The oil rig I was born and raised on was destroyed by nuclear fire. And as much as it pains me that it happened, I discovered later on that the FEV toxin was to be released within mere hours of the rig's destruction. So thank God for that. But anyways, everybody that survived it all regrouped at Camp Navarro, not too far north of old San Francisco, in California. And in just a few weeks, my father was notified by President John Henry Eden that he was to organize a transcontinental journey to the East Coast. So we did exactly that, and the Raven Rock nuclear bunker became the new official capital of the Enclave, just to the northwest of Washington, D.C. It was there that I grew to become the Enclave's colonel, and I found out after 2246 that the NCR had sacked Camp Navarro, so I'm grateful we left. Now, as I rose up in the ranks of the Enclave, I began advocating to shift the Enclave's focus away from genocidal mania. I wanted to rebuild America, and in 2277, I finally saw my chance. Project Purity was nearly operational, and I saw it as the Enclave's chance to truly become the good guys again. So I ordered all our forces to expand across D.C. and to take it by force. We seized Project Purity, but in a last act of defiance, it was sabotaged. From there, the Enclave found a new sworn enemy in the Brotherhood, and they did everything they could to destroy us, no matter what it took for it. Through the Lone Wanderer, they demolished our base at Raven Rock. Then, they seized back Project Purity, and they destroyed us at Adams Air Base. In one fell swoop by the Brotherhood, the Enclave ceased to exist. And now, though I doubt I'll be successful, I want to rebuild it here in Boston. And not as it was before, mind you, but as it was meant to be. I want the Enclave remnants to focus on patriotism and philanthropy, and not genocide. Now, I know it's asking for a lot, but I really do need this. I need the Gunners to fall, and for the Enclave to take their place in the Commonwealth.
I'd like to know what you think about the other factions in the Commonwealth.
Sure, I could talk about the other groups out there. What exactly do you want to know about them?
Tell me something about the big boys in town.
Sure, what do you want to know about them?
I know you mentioned something about the Brotherhood before. You don't really like them, do you?
Now that is the understatement of the century. The Brotherhood has committed all manner of harm towards my fellow Americans, believe it or not. They pretended to have the best interests of the people in mind, yet they hoarded the technology to help them and controlled their access to water. They finished off the Enclave back in Washington, and they got themselves a monopoly on the whole region. So to say I don't like them is small words. However, I made you a promise, and I'll keep it. I'll help you with the Brotherhood, no matter what happens. But just know, my trigger finger is ready.
I'd like to talk about a different major faction.
Okay, sure. Just tell me which one.
What are your thoughts on the NCR?
The NCR? Don't even get me started. Those assholes are half the reason why the Enclave fell, the other half being the Brotherhood. I am not a fan. You know they sacked Camp Navarro, right? It was our main holdout base on the West Coast, and I'm lucky we'd moved on to Washington when it happened. But that was a long time ago, and they've only grown stronger since. You know they sent an expeditionary force up here, right? You'd best be careful.
I'm done talking about the bigger groups.
All right, so who's next then?
I don't have any other questions about this, for now.
Good, because I'm done talking about the different groups. What's next?
Is there anything else you'd be willing to tell me about yourself?
Now that depends, but let's hear it. What else do you have in mind?
You got any advice you can give me? Anything specific that you think I should do?
I want you to do everything you can to ensure the Enclave sees a strong future. We need to be a shining beacon for America, and not its menace.
You got any advice you can give me? Anything specific that you think I should do?
I want you to rid this region of all of its mutants. And I don't mean mutated people, mind you, but rather the ghouls, the mirelurks, and the like. Because if we're to even have a chance at rebuilding America, then it needs to be done without the input from pests like them. They're all dangerous.
I'm done talking about you for now.
Well, all right then. What's next on the agenda?
It's time for you to head home.
All right, sure. It's your call. But you'd better make the rat bastards pay while I'm away. Don't give them no quarter. Well, if it isn't but the hero of the Enclave remnants, what can I do for you?
Your thoughts?
I'm proud to still be in charge of the true American government. But I don't know if I want to be president. I think I'm happy just staying as colonel.
Your thoughts?
The Star-Spangled Banner or Dixie? Which one do you think would be a better anthem for the new Enclave?
Your thoughts?
I wonder if I'll ever be able to truly rebuild the Enclave. I have my doubts, but I really hope I can make it into something greater this time.
I'd like to travel together some more.
Oh, really? Well, if I'm going to be stuck with you, then at least make it worth my while. And don't make this harder than it has to be. As you wish. Now that's just what I wanted to hear. Now that's just what I wanted to hear. Now that's just what I wanted to hear. My patience wears thin. I'm sorry, but there's no way I can pull that off. Now that's just what I wanted to hear.
Operator on board. Switching to manual piloting mode. All systems.
Hi.
What exactly do you want from me now? What exactly do you want from me now?
I'd like to talk about something else.
What else is there to speak of?
I need you to get out of your power armor.
You know I feel safer in a heavily armored suit. But sure, if that is your desire, just give me a moment.
Operator on board. Switching to standby mode.
What exactly do you want from me now?
It's time for you to head home.
I can't say I'm surprised, but if this is your decision, then so be it. I'm going home.